Hello everybody from Plant Reviews UK, and today is the 28th of March, and I'm talking now about Narcissus Glorious. Sorry for the wind, today is a bit windy. I hope that you will be able to hear me still properly. This is quite a tall Narcissus. In my pot is about 60 centimeters tall, actually maybe even a bit more, and in my pot I planted five bulbs of Narcissus Glorious, but two of them evidently were not glorious because they look like tazetta, like Narcissus tazetta or a similar variety anyway. This is, however, I'm quite pleased that at least some of them were the true glorious instead, and the variety was raised by John Charles Williams in England and was registered before 1923. This daffodil belonged to the tazetta group, so group 8, however is quite different from the usual tazettas. This plant produces, at least in my pot, only 2 flowers per stem, and the fragrance actually is not that great. Kind of resembles to me like some of big jonquilla daffodils. Remind me the Narcissus cross odorus, about which I made a video this morning as well. So it's not a great fragrance. I smell like notes of peppermint and liquorice. The fragrance indeed, even if it's a tazetta daffodil, resembles to me a lot more some jonquil daffodils, rather than really than the tazetta daffodils. The flowers are quite big, you can see, well, in comparison we have here a Narcissus tazetta. I'm not too sure if it's a tazetta or a canaliculatus or a similar variety. However, this is what a typical Narcissus tazetta looks like, and this basically is what I have here. So the flower in the Glorious is probably 5-6 times bigger than this tazetta, and it is about I would say 5-6 centimeters in diameter. They open up kind of greenish pale yellow, but when they mature they become white. As you can see, the orange cap instead stays very nicely orange, very bright throughout the aging of the flower. It is quite a rimmed rim corona. As you can see, it is bright orange except for a shade of green in the inner part of the flower. The tepals are quite large and they overlap about a third on each other. As a flower, it is a very elegant flower. I like it, but honestly the fragrance is absolutely a bit of a disappointment for a tazetta daffodil. I definitely would not recommend this plant in a fragrant garden. As a plant in a garden, has its own ornamental value, because the contrast between the bright orange cap and the pale whitish yellowish, I would say, yeah, more than pure white, is like an ivory white. So the contrast between this ivory white and the bright orange cap is quite remarkable. It is definitely a very elegant flower, and it is quite tall as well, so it can give a nice structure to borders. However, if your purpose in buying tazetta daffodils is to get a beautiful fragrance for your garden, don't absolutely go for the Glorious, because it is really quite an unpleasant fragrance, and also really is not that intense anyway. I know that obviously in fragrance there might be some preferences towards some fragrances and towards others, so what I find pleasant is by no means an absolute opinion, it's just my opinion. However, as intensity, I can't even smell it now that is about 50 centimeters far from my nose, and yeah, it is not a particularly remarkable fragrance. Other than that, if you like, this Narcissus has a typical growth habits for Narcissus. I found it hardy in zone USDA 8 where I live in Kent, England. in the UK, and we had a few days of snow, and this one was outside all the time, didn't have any problems. The bulbs need to be planted in autumn, about 10 centimeters deep and 10 centimeters apart. The leaves will start sprouting between late autumn and winter, and this variety in particular will bloom between late winter and early spring. And then after the flowers fade, the leaves will continue to be green for a few more weeks, but then they will die down between late spring and early summer. And you can see that some of the leaves are already kind of drying up. As usual, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, it would be great if you can please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video and my videos, my other videos on my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe. It's completely free for you, but in this way YouTube get a knowledge that people like my videos and my plants and can help me to grow and support my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.